Hi everyone, this is Lydia here at Lydia's Leisurely Stitching. Welcome to my 6th Flosstube video. Today is Sunday, December 1st, 2019. This past week was a busy week for me. It was Thanksgiving here in America. So I had work on Monday and Tuesday, and then I took Wednesday off to drive 6.5 hours up from Georgia to Kentucky to visit my in-laws. And then on Thursday is Thanksgiving, but my brother-in-law was working because he's a police officer, and so we just spent the day laying around the hotel, going to the movies, eating at Cracker Barrel, and then on Friday we celebrated Thanksgiving at his house. On Wednesday, my in-laws, who are 78 and 68, wanted to go ziplining, so I went ziplining for the first time in my life. I was terrified. I'm scared of heights, and it was ziplining in a cave underground. In Kentucky, there is the world's largest underground cave system, and so the ziplining tour took place down there. It was terrifying, but here I am. I survived, and it was a really cool new experience. So even though I was a little afraid, you could say, it was a good experience, and I'm glad that I tried it. And then on Thursday, like I said, we just hung out, and on Friday, I got to do something very exciting. Here in Georgia, we don't have any cross-stitch stores, but I looked up on the Stitching Road Trip Facebook group, and I found out that there is a cross-stitch store in Louisville, Kentucky, which was about 30 minutes from my in-laws' house. So on Friday morning, I went to a finishing touch in Louisville, and it was awesome. I had never been to a cross-stitch store before. I buy everything online or at Michael's or Hobby Lobby, so it was something special for me. I got to see lots of nice shop models, which, again, I've not seen a lot of finished pieces besides my own, and ones I find at Goodwill. My main purpose of going, besides just wanting to see a cross-stitch store, was to get some fabric to do some of the Mill Hill kits on. I want to make a Christmas village using the Mill Hill kits and make them into either flat folds or little cushions so that they can be easily arranged and I won't have to worry about them breaking. So I went to the shop and I got a couple of pieces of pewter 25 count. I was really looking for a 28 count because the Mill Hill kits are meant to be stitched on 14 count, so 28 count would go with that. But they didn't have anything in a nice color that I liked for 28 count, so I went with 25 count pewter. It's just a nice gray. I would have liked something, maybe like a little dusty blue for like a winter sky, but I think the gray will work well. And since I was there, I, spent about an hour looking around and looking at all the patterns, and I picked out this one. There's Beauty and Simplicity by Brenda Gervais at Cottage Garden Samplings. Daisies are my favorite flowers, and I'd like to think that I live a simple life. And I was actually really surprised because getting most of my stuff online, I usually have to print patterns myself. And this pattern is in a nice little booklet, and it's a color pattern, and the font is big and easy to read. So I picked those out. I took my husband with me and my mother-in-law. My mother-in-law is not a stitcher, but she is a shopper, and so she had a good time looking around, and she bought some reading glasses, and she also bought, for my husband, he really wanted this pattern, Plum Pudding, by With Thy Needle and Thread. Oh, I'm sorry, this one is Brenda Gervais, and the Simplicity one is just Cottage Garden Samplings. So Plum Pudding by Brenda Gervais. My husband picked this out. He really liked the mice, and my mother-in-law bought it for him, so now I have something to stitch for him. And unfortunately, I wasn't quick-witted enough to purchase fabric for these at the same time, so I'll have to rummage around in my stash, see if I can find anything. Probably not. I honestly don't have very much fabric stash, so some excuse to buy some more fabric. So that said, with all of that traveling, 7 hours to Kentucky, 3 days in a hotel, and then 7 hours back, I didn't have a lot of stitching time this week. Usually my focus is on A Place of Her Own, but I finished my November goal for that before last week. So this week I was just focusing on Coral City by Ciro Marchetti, and it's charted by Haid, and I'll put in pictures of what it will look like when it's finished and what it looked like last time. I had rolled this up, but it unrolled itself a little, so let's see here. Okay, there we go. So this is the bottom of the page here. These 4 or 5 rows are the start of the next page. So my goal for the end of the year is to finish this page. There's probably a little over a quarter left. I got 662 stitches in on it this week, or last week rather. I filled in about 200 stitches here and probably about 400 stitches here. There's a lot of confetti here in this transition. Probably once I finish this block and this block down here, those are the 2 hardest parts left on this page. And then the rest of it should be pretty quick. So I'm hoping I can finish this page by the end of the year. For further December plans, I'm also hoping to finish another page on A Place of Her Own. I started that page earlier today. I've just got a few stitches put in, so I'll wait to show that to you next time. So yeah, December plans, a page finish on A Place of Her Own and a page finish on Coral City. I feel like I'm forgetting something, but I can't remember what it is. I'm sure all of you know that feeling. So thanks for watching, everyone. I hope you have a great December, and I'll see you all next week. Bye.